Okay, can you state your name?
My name is Kevin Daniels.
All right, so what do you think affirmative action means, or what does it mean to you?
Affirmative action for me is equal rights based on a whole bunch of different demographic things. Skin color, gender, or not gender, yeah, gender actually. Age, social class. Yeah.
Okay. What are some popular moral beliefs about affirmative action?
Popular. I think when I think of popular terms, I think of like a. I specifically remember back when I was in the military. One of my good friends was involved in affirmative action protests, based on rights for Pacific Islanders. This is where I'm from in Seattle. There's a lot of Pacific Islanders, and so I think from the setting we're in now, I think a lot of the affirmative action is more rights for minorities to be accepted into colleges and universities. That's a huge thing. I think there's a big push for that. You know, I think I might have different viewpoints on affirmative action than a lot of other people.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that it's morally acceptable, wrong, or obligatory?
Affirmative action?
And it could be like you could have different opinions on it depending on the situation.
I personally don't. My thought process, I think, is a little bit different. Just because I'm a mixed. I'm a mixed culture myself. I don't have a single race. I have two or more, and as do my children. And so, for me, I don't know that I think. I don't think that there should be. Affirmative action is weird for me, simply because I think that it shouldn't matter. It's if you're talking about a job, for example, it doesn't matter if you're a male, a female, or black or white. It's who's best qualified for the job. That's all that matters. And so I don't know if I think it's necessarily wrong or right. I think the purpose of affirmative action was to try to make sure there was balance. And let's look at it from the school perspective. The purpose of affirmative action was to make sure there's equal rights for women and minorities to get into school. Now you look at who is the most underserved, and I don't know what the current numbers are, so I can't really quote anything, but at one point I knew that the most underserved population in college settings was white males. Because affirmative action took hold so strong, white males were at one point the minority. And so, I think, I guess it'd be easy to say affirmative action is wrong because we shouldn't be looking at color or gender or age. We should be looking at what's best for the individual. And so maybe I guess that means it's wrong.
Okay. This last question is a little bit confusing, so I'll show you. So it's like an if and then statement, and it says if a person is in a situation in which, and you would give like a specific example, then it is morally, in your case, it would be wrong. So what is that one specific situation that you think that would make it morally wrong?
To make affirmative action morally wrong? I think you see that in the employment world. People saying that they look at the demographic makeup of their employees, and they. I'll give you a very specific example. At one point, I believe I was the only minority administrator in the USA South. And you could look at that from that perspective and say, okay, well, the USA South is wrong for only having one minority administrator. That has nothing to do with the USA South. That has everything to do with the institutions that hire people. And not to say that's wrong either. It's simply that that's just how their hiring practices are. I think you could easily throw affirmative action in that and say, okay, well, you need to hire more minorities. Well, how can you make that statement? What if minorities aren't the best suited for the job? I don't think that we need to be giving jobs to people just based on their their gender or their skin color. I think we need to be hiring the best person for the job. So, so I think that'd be one of the situations. I don't know how you'd phrase it in that, but let's see. Let's phrase it. If a person is hired for a job, in which, if they're hired simply because of their skin color, that's morally wrong.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you and have a good day.